So hi Vinay, it's nice to have you here
Likewise, mom. Thank you so much.
and congratulations.
Thank you. I mean,
Please,
it all because of you.
please tell us about your profile, what you have done prior to your MBA and where you will be joining.
Yeah, sure. Prior to my MBA, that is my ISB stunt, I actually graduated in the year 2017 with BBA as my undergrad, that is Bachelor Administration, with finance as my core specialization. And while I was in the college, trading and investing was my hobby. So I chose to work in those kind of a role where I'm involved in more research oriented kind of a job, where I found equity research to be precisely in place. So I chose to work in a startup called Signal to Noise Capital, where I was part of the research team, where I was actually handling both fundamentals and technical trading book. So the firm was actually into PMS, portfolio management service, and a sizable part of the capital was into trading, that is proprietary trading, we call it as. So I was managing around 2 million Indian rupees in proprietary desk and also fundamental research. Fundamental research, I was actually covering cement industry and construction industry. So my expertise were lying in that field. So eventually I took up a next stint. That is, I started working as a valuation analyst. So here I got to know about US companies and a lot of exposure with getting new clients from abroad, things like that. So I got to know my weaknesses. I got to know there are many gaps in my skill set. One, the core skill set one, and the second thing is soft skills alone. So I thought I want to reskill myself. So I took up a program in IIM Bangalore. It was a short time kind of a certification program, but I didn't get the very grasp of it and the roots of it. I enjoyed, doing the course, but it was very, it was kind of a touch-based thing, and it was not exactly the depth I was looking at. So I wanted a depth course. So here comes GRE. So from then I started preparing for my GRE exams because I took up GRE because of my brother influence. So my brother was actually an engineer, and he has done his masters in Sweden. So he actually recommended me instead of GMAT do GRE, which is actually easy, and easy in the sense the material and the guidance is something I can take it from him. So I took it from him and I prepared for GRE. And I realized a big thing is many universities in India per se, they don't accept GRE or GMAT. Only some do. And the some are very good, like ISB, IIM, IMA, and things like that, the reputed ones. So I got to know about ISB and class profile, average age of the class, etc., etc. I spoke to a couple of alumni people who are very, very, positive oriented people. I like their way of approaching things, structured thinking. So this is something I felt, close to. So I thought of applying to ISB, give it a shot. I applied only to ISB, no other colleges, because one, I was not eligible because the work ex was on lower side. I had to wait 1 year or 2 years to go apply to IIM Bangalore or Kolkata, where I was actually eligible to IIM Ahmedabad, but I thought it was the class profile was not suitable to my profile. So I chose ISB, and with your help, it became a lot easier now. Seriously.
Right. So tell us about your GRE prep. How did you start with the prep? How long does it take? And what are the things that anybody should, be aware of?
Sure. So lockdown really helped me. I mean, I was in the home. That's when I got time to, grasp some, key aspects of GRE. That is, in my library, in my home library, the GRE books were there already because my brother had did it, but I never got an opportunity to open it. It was just in dust. So I opened the books, I saw the curriculum, and there were no boundaries per se. I mean, I can't say year to year is something GRE is looking at. So it was a very tedious process in the beginning. I thought of taking an prep for that too. But I was lucky in a way because my brother had Mogosh access, Mogosh GRE access, which I could leverage on. So I took Mogosh as a prep, GRE prep. I took around, let's say, 3 months time. It was, I took easy time. I mean, it was not like aggressively all day reading or something. I used to study for 3 to 4 hours max. And the work itself was not much in those days because we were actually transiting, that is from an office culture to work from home culture. So at that point of time, even the tech was not so well equipped as today, the office is. So in that transition period, I used to get a lot of time. So Mogosh helped me a lot, and I got the key concept from there. And Manhattan books, etc. I took a lot of mocks. Mocks was something which actually tells you what is your cup of tea. That is, what is your strength and what is your weakness. So I used to work upon that. And I took GRE in Feb 2021. So in terms of mocks, I took most of the mocks from Manhattan Prep. So it's, I went through traditional mode, I would say, nothing online, fully offline book. I took the book. I used to sit for 3 hours with no disturbance. I used to answer it. And whatever comes, it comes. I used to not, pretend, hey, I knew this, but I did a mistake. I was just being frank myself because there was no one to evaluate me. So that actually gave me a sense of realizing what I'm actually weak at, what I'm actually, I'm able to go forward. Quant was something I could actually easily grasp because most of my work was actually quant oriented or things of that sort revolving around. So quant was actually nearby, whereas verbal was little difficult to me. I did a small group of friends who are actually preparing for GRE2. So we used to do a discussion on Saturday evenings or something. So we could actually learn from each other. That actually helped.